There once was a young man named Aarav, a dreamer, a thinker, a seeker of truth. He had read hundreds of books, listened to thousands of ideas, and carried a head full of plans, but a heart full of noise. Every day his mind was busy chasing success, recognition, and purpose. He thought that the more he filled his mind, the closer he'd get to greatness. But instead, he grew restless, his thoughts tangled like vines, suffocating his peace. One night, unable to sleep, Aarav climbed to the rooftop of his small home and looked at the stars. He whispered, "Why does my mind never stop? Why am I always thinking and still never understanding?"
A voice from behind startled him. An old monk stood there, smiling gently. He had been visiting the village that day, and seeing Aarav's restlessness, he climbed up too. The monk said, "You're trying to fill a cup that's already overflowing." Aarav frowned. "But I'm learning. I'm improving myself every day." The monk chuckled. "Yes, but learning without silence is like shouting into a storm. No one hears anything, not even you." The next morning, Aarav followed the monk to a nearby monastery. There, life moved differently. No noise, no rush, just stillness. Every monk carried out his duties in silence, sweeping the floor, fetching water, lighting lamps. Aarav couldn't understand it. He wanted to speak, to ask questions, but every time he did, the monk raised a finger to his lips. "Shh, empty your mind first." Aarav and the monk sat by a flowing river. The monk picked up a bowl of muddy water. He said, "This is your mind." Then he placed the bowl down and said, "Now, wait." Minutes passed. The mud slowly settled and the water became clear. The monk smiled. "You have your answer." Aarav looked into the bowl, and for the first time in years, he understood what silence meant. Days turned into weeks. Aarav meditated at sunrise, worked in the fields at noon, and sat beneath the stars at night. No phone, no books, no plans, just breath and awareness. At first, his mind screamed for attention. Memories, worries, ambitions, all trying to break through. But slowly, as he watched them without reacting, they lost their power. He realized that the mind is like a child. It throws tantrums when ignored, but soon grows quiet when loved. One day, the monk invited Aarav to tea. He poured the tea into Aarav's cup and didn't stop. The tea overflowed, spilling onto the table. Aarav shouted, "Stop! It's full!" The monk laughed. "So is your mind. How can I pour wisdom into it if you don't empty it first?" Aarav bowed his head. He finally understood that wisdom isn't about collecting more. It's about letting go. As the weeks passed, something miraculous happened. Aarav stopped trying so hard to be someone. And in that surrender, he discovered who he truly was. He noticed the chirping of birds, the colors of the sunrise, the peace in every breath. He felt life flowing through him instead of around him. He wasn't fighting anymore. He was flowing. One morning, Aarav told the monk, "I think I'm ready to go back." The monk nodded. "Remember, the world is loud, but you can remain quiet inside. The ocean's surface has waves, but the depths are always calm." Aarav returned to his city. The same chaos waited for him. Traffic, competition, pressure. But now, he moved differently. He listened more. He reacted less. He worked with focus, spoke with intention, and lived with peace. People noticed the change. They asked, "What happened to you?" He smiled and said softly, "I emptied my mind and found everything I was looking for." You see, we live in a world that glorifies more. More information, more goals, more noise. But real power, real peace comes from less. When you empty your mind,
You create space for life to enter. An empty mind is not ignorance. It is clarity. It is where creativity is born. It is where love breeds. It is where your true self awakens. Try this. Sit silently for 5 minutes every day. No music, no phone, no distraction. Just breathe. Watch your thoughts pass by like clouds in the sky. Don't fight them. Don't follow them. Simply watch. Soon you'll realize you are not your thoughts. You are the sky, not the clouds. And when you know this truth, you become unshakable, calm in chaos, still in motion, empty yet completely full. Empty your mind, my friend. Let go of yesterday's fears and tomorrow's worries. Live this moment, right here, right now, fully, freely, fearlessly. Because when the cup is empty, it can hold the entire universe. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Your one click helps me keep creating more motivational stories that light up your journey.